Hi, hello everyone. Today I want to introduce you to the brand that makes our absolutely fantastic Boom Shanka hoodies, which I have on today. So it comes in red and yellow. As a record label, we are committed to keep the money in the scene and to be as sustainable as possible. And for that, we are sourcing our beautiful jumpers that are handmade in UK from Indrago. I have here today Emma, our amazing, talented friend, and the person behind Indrago. Hello, Emma.
Hello, hello, hello.
Emma, your business was born during the lockdown and it's been very successful so far. Tell us a bit about your brand ethos and the core values.
So the core values, we started in lockdown due to the fact that I was actually quite bored at home. We had nothing to do. So I started to dye and bleach my children's jumpers, which suddenly became a thing. I then got people asking us about them. So I decided to start, and actually, do you know what? It kind of gave me a lot of satisfaction dyeing them and making them. And our main value is just using a lot of old jumpers. So I used to buy a lot of jumpers off eBay, old jumpers, and then retweak them, re-dye them, make them look different, make them look so perfect for resale, basically. And the idea eventually we will be doing all of this more eco and being able to get the jumpers out and from made in England, basically.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's what we really like. But as I mentioned before, we know our label Boomshaker, we just bought a lot of hoodies, which we'll be selling in our Bandcamp and on our website. And one of the things that we really love about them is that they are actually all slightly different and unique because they're handmade. So being sustainable, is that essential for you? And do you think in the future you'll be able to be 100% sustainable?
The idea is to definitely be like that. So as I said, we are going to be buying up a lot of old sweatshirts that people don't want. So you can get big warehouses of them. So we're going to go and find them in those and retweak them and make them into much more wearable items. We are hoping to start the jumpers that we actually buy in new. We're hoping to start buying in from here. So that will stop cutting the cost with the transport and having jumpers flying all over the place. I think it's much better that we can be buying them from England and making them up here to be resold here. With the dyes we actually do get from here, so that's amazing. We don't have to import those. And yeah, so the idea is that in a year's time, we will either be buying jumpers from here, or one of our main things is having people bring in their old Intrigo jumpers if they think that the dye is fading or anything like that. We can then retweak them, re-dye them for them, and then their jumper can go back to them as a new jumper. Or send us in their old jumpers, we'll part exchange them for new ones, and then we can then redo their old jumpers and resell them. Or we can, as I said, re-dye them and send them back to make sure they're, again, loved by someone else.
Yeah, that's an absolutely excellent idea. So for the buyers of our hoodies in the future, when that happens, they can re-dye them again. So,
Yeah.
according to the Fashion on Climate, the fashion industry contributes approximately with 2.1 billion tons of greenhouse gas emissions in a single year, which is equivalent to 4% of the global emissions. What do you think people and brands should be doing right now to prevent further damage?
Again, I think most brands, it's not completely possible for everyone, but most brands should be buying from the country that they're living in to stop more planes moving, more transporting items all over the world. Again, the whole second-hand thing, they should be buying in second-hand stuff instead of having this super cheap fashion that we get at the moment where people just wear them once and then they just chuck them. I think jumpers or any form of fashion should be made in good quality so that they're kept for years, and if they don't want them, then resell them or have swapping parties where people can meet together, swap the jumpers. Again, a little bit like a teddy bear finding a new home. It's the same sort of thing with a jumper. One person might hate it, another person will love it. So instead of going out and buying new clothes, you should be looking for second-hand stuff, or the companies should be finding eco products, organic stuff, anything that doesn't involve too much transportation of clothing around.
Yeah, no, that's true, and especially all these cheap brands that they just basically they don't last, but also they just damage the country so much. We believe that buying local is firstly like the most sustainable thing that you can do, isn't it? And also recycling old clothes. So, if you have to give an advice to someone who wants to start a new fashion brand or do something in the fashion industry, what would be your advice?
My advice was definitely, if you have got something you love doing and you think it's going to work and you love it, then definitely go ahead. We started from scratch. We've been using lots of social media to start it off. So we sort of started on Instagram, which has been amazing. We now have a website from that, and now we also use TikTok. As much as we all hate social media, it is an amazing role it plays in starting new brands and getting it out there and people seeing it. Also giving it to friends, and we've given out lots to children just to see how it works. Getting the feedback from people. We've been going to some of the festivals. That's also been amazing because we get a lot of feedback from people as to whether they like it and how it's going. The only thing I will say is when you do start a new thing is you're going to need a little bit of money behind you just to kick it off with the marketing and actually making the products. It takes a little while to build up a brand, but it's definitely worth persevering with it, that's for sure.
I have to say I was one of the lucky friends getting a few jumpers, which I love, and I wear them to and they look amazing, amazing quality. Emma, I have one more last question. Is where can people find you this time? I can find your clothes, your website. I will anyway be dropping the link of your website below in the comments, but where else can people find you?
We will be at Love Supreme this year, which is down in Brighton, and then we will also be at Wilderness, which is at Cornbury Park in Oxfordshire. Those are the two events we're going to be doing. We're going to try and start holding a lot of pop-up sales as well, so we'll let people know about those on our Instagram account or the website. There is also the website. Or follow us on Instagram, Indrago Clothing, and then you'll see what we're up to and where we're going to be. But yeah, lots of pop-up sales soon, hopefully, as of September, once the festival season's over.
Perfect, Emma. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be dropping below your links for the Instagram and for Facebook. If anyone wants amazing jumpers and some loungewear, or if someone has a company and he wants to do some merchandising, choose Indrago. And thank you so much for watching the episodes. Thank you so much, Emma. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.
Amazing. Thank you.